Mine is a story of surviving gender-based violence. It all began back in January. I remember it was January 19th, 2012. I was home for my long holidays because back then at that time I was a second year student in UN. We were home for long holidays. So basically I was doing my usual shughlis by then, a job here, there. I remember I was home in Kiserian. And the middle of the night, it was, I remember, 1. It was 1, I remember well, it was 1 a.m. I heard screams. By then I lived in a house with my grandparents. It's only my grandparents and I alone. So I heard screams from my grandparents' room. And the next thing I know, there was a knock on my door. I was told to open up or we'll break the door. Everything happened so fast because the next thing, I opened my door willingly. We were in darkness, the disconnected power. So I remember this man. In the darkness, there was this tall person, this big person, and he had boots. He asked me, "Where is your phone?" I said, "I have no phone." And the next thing told me, "Follow me." I remember myself following him. Walking home. We were in the house, walking to the living room, to the corridor, walking. I was following him. So innocent. I never thought he had something else on his mind. So he got to the living room. He told me to sit down. I sat. So I'm sitting down at his feet. Then the next thing, I saw him unbuckling his belt. And then it all came back. This is what I've always feared. This man wants to rape me in our house. I remember screaming. And the next thing that happened, beaten up. I was beaten up, a good one. I remember the beating. He had a torch, slaps. He kicked my back. And I was beaten. But by then, I didn't know that my leg had fractured or anything. Then after the beating, I had braids. He held me by the braids. And he told me to follow him. So he held me by the braids. We went to our kitchen. And then at that point, told me, no, at this point, I knew this man is going to rape me. Come what. If I scream again, I'm going to die. So he went to our kitchen, told me. So by then, there is not even no speaking because this is what is going to happen, and that is it. So I sat in the kitchen. Then I remember the whole time, by then adrenaline had kicked in. All he kept saying, "If you disturb me again, I'll call my colleagues." So what to do by then, I closed my eyes, closed my mouth, and told God to take control. Then he finished. I think by the time he finished, by that time, there were 3 robbers. One of them was outside, one of them was inside the house with my grandparents. So the one who was outside, told the other one to get out, that they should go. So they all left. Another moment, I remember collecting myself. I went back to bed. I remember my grandmother coming and asking me, because instincts, I think parents' instincts. My grandmother asked me, the only thing she asked me was, "Has he raped you?" I said, "Yes." And she told me, "Don't worry. We're going to hospital. We're going to sort this."